Hello, friends! Welcome to our channel where we dive into the world of theories and mysteries of the amazing digital circus. If you love analyzing characters, metaphors, hidden details, and connections within the TADC universe, then you've come to the right place. Let's start our journey into this amazing digital world. My theory is that they, like the people who are stuck, wanted to be there. All right. You guys need to listen before you start yelling at me. So basically, this is not the first time this has happened. Or rather, we saw something like this happen for the first time. Let's take a moment and gather what we know. Everyone here doesn't remember who they were before. They only know that they were once humans. Everyone is in this crazy world that makes no sense. We have a guy who can literally do anything at the snap of his fingers. All NPCs regard him either as a friend or as a god. And there's a portal that this god creates, sending everyone to an unknown place, hardly knowing what to expect. Now, using what we know and all the information I just listed, it's very similar to another show that appeared before, the series The Hollow. For those who don't know what The Hollow is, keep in mind that I'm going to spoil some of it and the main plot point. Basically, it's just a group of teenagers stuck in this digital world with no memory, except that they're no longer on Earth. The only reason they have a name is the paper in their pockets. The end point of the plot was that they participated in a video game tournament that shook their memories. But they decided it would happen. Right now, everything that's happening in TADC seems very similar to The Hollow, so that's why I'm talking about it. It really makes sense when you start looking at it. And I remembered the existence of the series only because I rewatched the first and second episodes of TADC and noticed that the patterns are similar. Essentially, I want to say that everyone who is stuck in the circus, in essence, decided to get stuck there. They just don't remember it. Connection with reality. Perhaps the digital world they are in is a reflection of their real life or desires. This could explain why they decided to get stuck there. They could have chosen this world as a way to avoid their real problems or as a way to realize their dreams. Memories. Perhaps their memories were erased or blocked so that they could fully immerse themselves in this new world. This could be the reason why they don't remember their past life. Role of God. Perhaps the God who creates portals is a key element of this theory. He could be the one who controls this world and determines who stays and who leaves. He could be associated with their decision to stay in this world. Connection with the Hollow. Perhaps there are direct or indirect connections between TADC and the Hollow. This could be the same universe, different versions of the same universe, or two different universes with similar rules and structures. These are just additions to your theory, and they may be wrong. But it's interesting for contemplation and further research. It will be interesting to hear what you think about these additions. Goose published a chronology of which characters will be in the spotlight in certain episodes, and I'm curious if this is some kind of abstract timeline, with waiting and watching potentially implying that Pomni and possibly Kane Bubble are the only ones left. The reason I can think that this might be a death timeline is that Goose teased Gangla turning into something in the 4th episode at MomoCon. Jax has a lot going on. His survival mechanism is to be a fool and embrace chaos for personal gain and entertainment. Deep down, he's still human and understands that they're grieving. And maybe he would have liked Kaufmo, but it goes against the personality he's adopted, so he's dealing with an internal conflict. Nevertheless, he's still selfish and would probably let Pomni or other characters abstract without hesitation, possibly foreshadowing at the end of the episode where everyone saves Pomni from abstraction, except Jax. This is just my opinion on this matter. Does anyone else feel that the scene where Jax is sad from the 2nd episode was caused by bitterness and a feeling of not being cared for? I feel like he first got sad, then got angry before bitterly leaving, because he feels like if he were to abstract, no one would care about him, just like Kaufmo. Gooseworks confirmed that nobody really likes Jax. And she also confirmed that every character has a reason for how they behave, and we know that he's a very problematic person, which makes me think that he definitely had some issues in real life before he ended up in the circus. His life may have shaped him this way, or maybe he has some antisocial disorder. Also, he doesn't make that expression until it's specifically mentioned that they like to hold these funerals to remember those who abstract. Then he makes that expression and leaves. I find this very interesting, because maybe he was contemplating that because he's treated everyone so poorly, it might not be the same for him. But this is just a theory, so I could be wrong. Can anyone explain why people think Jax is an NPC? Question from a subscriber we will explain now. X is secretly Y is a popular fan theory, regardless of fandom or evidence. Secretly a fallen angel. Secretly a villain. Secretly a human. And so on. Every character probably has at least one person going through X as a secret NPC human. Haha. I guess for Jax this is happening because he's one of those who often adds conflicts and confrontation to the script. Other characters have to either resist or choose moral actions when he wants them to act immorally. Moral debates about AI suffering aside, contribution to entertainment aside. Kane apparently can lose sight of who is a human or NPC, so theoretically anyone could trick him, although I think the presence of a room generated upon spawning would be the most obvious proof of who is human and who is not. The second episode made me think when he made a serious face about confusing an NPC with a human. What if he was a game developer and got stuck in the game? Jax was an NPC who gained consciousness and drove him mad, making him think that their roles had switched places, so that Kane could trap more people in the circus for Jax to see funny things happening with people. That's why Kane has such power. Or I'm overthinking. What do you think? If anyone is a developer, I guess it's Kinger, since he had that moment of enlightenment when he demonstrated a deep understanding of how the digital world works. And it would make sense if the developer had been there for a long time. Also, Jax appeared after Kinger, if not later than others, because otherwise he would have been there longer than everyone else. Hidden intentions. If Kane and Kinger are indeed developers, they may have hidden intentions or goals that they are trying to achieve in this digital world. This could explain some of their actions and decisions. Influence on NPCs. They may be able to influence NPCs or even change their behavior or characteristics. This could explain why Jax became the way he is. Memory and time. If they are indeed developers, they could have the ability to manipulate the memory of characters or even time in this world. This could explain why some characters don't remember their past or why Jax appeared later than others. Connection with the real world. Perhaps they can maintain a connection with the real world or even transfer information or people between the two worlds. This could be the reason why people end up in the circus. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed our dive into the world of the amazing digital circus. If you have your own theories or thoughts, share them in the comments. We look forward to your ideas and discussions. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next videos. See you in the next video, friends.